In the book, Love Poems from God, 8th century female Islamic saint, Rabia, says these words. When God said, "My hands are yours," I saw that I could heal any creature in this world. I saw that divine beauty in each heart is the root of all time and space. Healing is a core message of today's gospel. Jesus, in healing the person with an unclean spirit, frees their mind and heart to fully connect with life's beauty. For the next few minutes, we will talk about ways we receive and offer healing, and how the pulse of the divine is enmeshed in all these encounters. Let's begin by considering how we ask for healing. We may do so in a number of ways. Settings that include individually in prayer or in a one-on-one conversation. We may do so communally, whether in a small group or in a larger community gathering. In whatever way we seek or offer healing, we ask the divine within and around us to encircle us in our need. I believe that God desires our healing before we even ask. Yet something wonderful occurs in the asking, as our awareness of God's healing presence is heightened in that moment. We've experienced this here in community and in other venues. The Holy One is indeed powerfully present within and among us in these moments. Just as the Holy One was present in Jesus and in the one healed in the gospel today. We'll now consider a few examples of healing in various settings. The first is with animals and is based on an article entitled Unconditional Love. The story highlights Paws for People, an organization that provides therapeutic pet visits. Well-trained dogs, cats, and bunnies go to elder care facilities, hospitals, courthouses, schools, mental health facilities, corporate offices, and other places. Although not mentioned in this article, horses also help people, particularly those with PTSD and those who are grieving. Petting animals has many benefits. It makes us feel better and be calmer. And we can be who we are without judgment, which in itself is healing. They also have a Pause for Reading program, which has helped students who are struggling with reading. They found that in reading to a sweet, non-judgmental dog, the hesitant reader relaxes, the child's fluency increases, and they develop a love for reading. All wonderful healing outcomes. Pet therapy touches humans of all ages in so many positive ways. In their words, time with a pet provides healing for any and every part of you that is hurting. Whether we have our own animal, enjoy a friend's pet, or procure a visit from a pet therapy organization, touch into the healing enfleshed in that interaction. Enjoy the eye contact, touch, sounds, and presence. The divine is pulsing through them all. The second illustration speaks to nature's healing qualities. In an article entitled, "Increase Your Peace, Get Outside and Walk in Our Local Parks," nature is endorsed as a great source of relaxation and a reducer of stress and anxiety. Psychologist Lisa Nisbet, who studies connectedness to nature, says this: "You can boost your mood just by walking in nature, and the sense of connection you have with the natural world seems to contribute to happiness." As a brief example, about a week ago, we had a 5-inch snowfall in the Philly area. The beautiful powdery snow silenced the winter landscape and offered a sense of tranquility. While it was still snowing, Stan and I decided to go outside and play. So we snowshoed at the Wawa Preserve, where the trail was a delightful, gorgeous winter wonderland. As we wound through the woods and along Chester Creek, we felt the flakes fall quietly on us. I felt their peacefulness reach into my soul and calm my spirit. As we looked up at the sky, our faces became soaked with flakes and saturated by their peaceful, healing touch. It also was exciting to see lots of deer prints, and Stan spotted a furry red fox scampering across the trail, not far from the end of our snowshoe adventure. Whether we are walking outside, basking in the sun or moonlight, or frolicking in snow, our connection with nature, ever pulsing with God, is a wonderful source of healing. The last example involves healing through a person-to-person exchange. Last Sunday, we enjoyed lunch at Turning Point Restaurant in Media. The place was buzzing, and there were several people waiting for a table. As we sat at the counter, a man in his late 20s walked in and began telling the waitress about something he enjoyed doing. He had a severe stutter and other challenges. But in the midst of a very busy lunch hour, the waitress was extremely patient and waited for him to say what he wanted to share. She maintained eye contact, had a kind demeanor, and responded directly to him when he finished. As I witnessed this brief encounter, I felt the divine presence stir in my heart and couldn't help but connect it with the gospel message of healing. This man just wanted to tell his story and be heard, and the waitress allowed him the space to do so. She couldn't heal his stutter or other needs, but by listening to him and reverencing him in that moment, she offered healing to him in some way. Her kindness was beautiful and a profound reminder to me that healing comes in many forms and in surprising ways. The mutuality of giving and receiving healing through nature, animals, and people is saturated with divine love. This week, as you walk into the experiences of your life, be aware of how healing is present. Be intentional in asking for the healing you desire, and be mindful of the power you have to heal. as we heard through Rabia's words to begin this homily, God's hands are ours. Be the loving, healing presence you are created to be.